Every student has a different style of studying. While some read aloud, some are silent readers. While some make detailed notes while studying, some just use keywords and key points to remember. Though there are many different ways to study, there are a few that are more effective as compared to the rest. While I researched, I came up with 9 effective ways to study that are scientifically proven to help you learn faster, help you retain all the information that you have learned, and to help you recollect everything that you have studied. Before we start learning these techniques, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, simple as that, so you can get more informative videos to help you become a successful individual. The first technique is called the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique is a highly effective technique that helps you complete your studies on time, makes you disciplined, and this helps improve your concentration. Now, here is what you need to do. The first thing you need to do is to arrive at an average time you would need to complete a chapter. You then break the chapter into smaller pieces. Now that you have broken down the chapters, set a timer for 25 minutes and start studying. Once you have completed your 25 minutes of study, take a 5-minute break. After your break, set the timer again to 25 minutes and start studying, and repeat the same till you complete everything you had planned to complete. Now, the science behind this technique is that it keeps your concentration for 25 minutes and then allows you to take short breaks in between. This helps you concentrate better and fights boredom, in turn helping you complete your studies or your work on time. The second technique is the Feynman technique. It is scientifically proven that the easiest way to learn something is to teach someone. This method was developed by a Nobel Prize-winning physicist named Richard Feynman. Now, there are 4 simple steps to the Feynman technique, and we will go about it one after another. Number 1. Pick the topic you intend to study and study it completely. Then, take a sheet of paper and write down everything you just learned. Second step. Teach what you have learned. Now, while teaching, you need to keep everything so simple that even a 12-year-old can understand. The only one who understands a topic completely can make it sound really simple. And so, if you have understood the topic completely, you will be able to teach someone. And that is the whole point of teaching someone who could even be a 12-year-old. Point number 3. Reflect, refine, and simplify. Now, while teaching, you will know the areas where you are doubtful yourself, and so go back and check what is it that you are unsure about while explaining and get all the required information. Point number 4. Organize and review. Now that you have studied, you have made your attempt to teach a 12-year-old, you have gone back and clarified your own doubts. Now you can reach out to a friend and explain everything that you have learned. If they are able to understand everything that you teach them, then you have mastered the topic. Point number 3. Always have a goal. What will you complete and by when? Having a goal simply means what you want to accomplish. Before studying, it is very important that you have a goal. Your goal could be to finish 2 chapters in science or to learn the most difficult topic in any subject. Your goal will help you have a vision towards what you intend to accomplish, and so your mind becomes very clear on what you want to achieve. It is always good to create a short-term goal, which could be everything you intend to achieve over a day rolling into a week. And you could create a long-term goal, which could be everything you intend to accomplish by end of the month. Having a goal will help you direct all your attention and effort towards completing it. After you create a goal, then you can use the Pomodoro technique to ensure that you are successfully achieving your goal. Point number 4. Create a study environment. Why is it that the moment you sit on your bed, within a few minutes, your body feels relaxed, you start feeling lazy and you start to lie down? Because your mind is tuned to the bedroom setup and it knows that your intention is to sleep, and so it works towards helping you get good sleep. Now, in the same manner, creating an environment conducive for studies is the first and the foremost thing when it comes to focusing. This will help your brain identify that this space is meant only for studies. Never study in your bedroom or in places where you relax, because your mind will not be alert. Find a space with a lot of light where there is lesser background noise, and before studying, try to dress up the place with books first. Also, try to choose a space where there is less noise. If you think that the space still attracts a lot of noise, wear a headphone or an earphone without connecting them to any device to cut off the noise. The next point, eliminate distractions like mobile, TV, family, and friends. It is highly important that you do not get distracted while studying. Constant distraction will lead to lesser focus, and lesser the focus, lesser the information you will be able to retain in your mind. So, start eliminating your distractions. For most students, their mobile phones happen to be the biggest distraction. The urge to chat with some of your friends or constantly check for updates on social media, Instagram, distracting websites, or thoughts of the game you love playing can all prevent you from giving your studies your complete attention. The best thing is to first put your mobile in silent mode and then leave your mobile as far as you can away from your study site where you cannot have immediate access to it. Keeping the mobile in silent mode but right next to you where you study is not advisable, because there will always be a tendency to keep looking at it from time to time. So, farther the mobile from the study site, better your concentration. Always learn to focus on the primary objective, and if you want to be successful, learn to stay focused. Stay away from distractions of all kinds. If it is your study time, keep everyone informed that you are going to study and that you should not be disturbed. Then start using the Pomodoro technique and start learning. The next most important thing is to plan your studies and to stop cramming. Now, cramming is the last minute study where you try to complete an entire book in a few hours in preparation for your exams the next day. What do you think would happen when you try to stuff a whole lot of information into your brain at the last minute? Firstly, all the information will end up in your short-term memory, and though you might be able to recollect a little, you will certainly not be able to recollect everything. The best way to study is to have a planned approach towards your studies. Starting week 1 of your classes, you should start making a daily, weekly, and a monthly study plan. Your weekly plan should ideally be to revise everything you have learned through the weekdays, and your monthly plan should be to revise everything you have studied the entire month. The next most important point: do not study at night. Now, we are by nature morning species, which means our body is designed to be awake in the morning and to rest in the night. Our peak cognitive efficiency happens in the day, and by studying at night, we are fighting our body clock. According to research, everything that is learned during the odd hours gets stored in short-term memory, which means the retention period of everything you studied is very short and it will disappear within a few hours. If you want to be able to retain everything that you have studied, the information needs to be stored in the long-term memory, which will not happen if you are a night owl. So do not study at night. The next most important thing is to learn as much as you can from the lectures. Do you know that you can learn more in your classes if you are able to focus on what is being taught? Now, some of us are auditory learners and some of us are visual learners. And you will be able to identify this about yourself if you paid a little attention to the way you learn. If you are an auditory learner, writing down everything that is being taught will not help you because majority of your learning happens by listening to the lecture. And if you are a visual learner, not making a note of the key points will not help you learn. So, learn to strike a right balance between listening in the class and making note of the key points. The next point, practice makes you perfect. The best way to learn and remember information is to pick a topic, study and understand everything, and then, without looking at the book, start writing what you learned. Now, practicing is another way of testing your knowledge. It's a self-test to identify what you have understood and what you haven't. The more you practice the same topic, the longer will you be able to retain the information. So, practice as many times as you can. Most of the students have a tendency to keep rereading the books without trying to test their understanding and retention of what was learned. Rereading is like looking at answers to a question without even trying to answer it on your own. So, practice is the best solution, which is a self-test to yourself. Until you try doing it on your own, you will never know what you know and what you do not. So, make it a habit to write down everything that you have learned, which will help you understand where you need to focus more and will also help you understand where you really have grasped the entire knowledge. So, these are my 9 tips for you to study. Please pick whichever seems conducive to you at this point of time, because in a short while from now, you are going to be facing your exams. Do let me know in your comments as to what you think about this. And thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel, simple as that, for more informative videos such as these.